Wow. So fast that this time I'm allowed. It recognizes my camera. This is something else. I've been repeatedly trying to make a video response to the next attack, N.W.O. Puzzle Part 12, which shows the shooting of Carnaby, the ex-CIA official who was contracted to the FBI, doing surveillance on the port of Houston because they'd gotten intel, hard intel, that someone was going to smuggle a nuke into the port of Houston. Now, I kind of love hate the CIA. It's that kind of a situation. They're necessary, but sometimes I think when they uh, see, the ends do not always justify the means, but that's for them to decide. Just some issues with Nam. That's and about dope. I can't go there. That's You got to find a better way to fund your black projects. Other than that, we need intelligence. The only thing, see, he was on the phone to the FBI. And the FBI was on the phone to the Houston Police Department. And they told Houston, let it go. Where they got that call from that said he was armed and dangerous and his plate number, that's a biggie right there for me. But I also have to address another instance of classified type situation. And that's the Elint airplane that was forced down in China that supposedly had a minor midair collision and did damage to the nose cone. And as I've made a video on that before, I've said they had enough electronics equipment on that plane to put anything around them into the ocean by electronics means. They also carried cyanide pills, and they had two mystery passengers that day. Their orders were to take out his hands. So I understand the gentleman not wanting to get out of the vehicle when on the passenger side you can plainly see, and I know if you've been trained in intelligence work, you're going to be aware of your surroundings. You're not just going to be looking, you're going to be seeing. And by seeing means you in. So when that cop walking up on the passenger side unholstered his firearm and had it out ready to go, yeah, I'd have taken off too if I was a CIA officer who had classified material in the vehicle. There's only one difference here that I would have done versus him. I would have, if I'm carrying classified material and I'm in a land vehicle, I'm going to have a flare, uh, a magnesium flare, road flare. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I get taken out with it. But if I got classified material in that vehicle, you can bet it's going to be destroyed. There's no way for him carrying classified documentation. I don't care if it's the president that walks up to him. If the president doesn't have the clearance, he should not even have access. So he was doing his duty. I see no fault in what Carnaby did. None whatsoever. He was right in trying to keep those documentations out of the hands of people he did not know. How can you trust the whole police department in a city as big as Houston? And Houston's well known for putting people in jail for crimes they haven't even committed just so they can write it off their books. Statistics are out there to prove that. And if they don't have a case against you, they'll make one. Yeah, they'll make one. Ask a lot of the people that live in like the 7th Ward down there. Or close to. I ain't going to get into the wards. 9th Ward, 7th Ward. They're not always nice people down there in Houston that are involved with a law enforcement agency. You could not drag me back there behind a damn speeding vehicle. No. No. I would never step foot in Houston for anything. And it isn't because of what happened to Carnaby. I feel sorry for that man, and I feel sorry for his family. And I saw this way back when in I think it was October of 2008, and they actually had the helicopter footage from the news crew available that day. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to secure his stuff when this cop, the skinny white guy, comes up on the passenger side, smashes out the window, and shoots him in the back. He's actually falling out of the vehicle when the other cop comes around the front of the vehicle and slams the door on him and then shoots him again. That's the way to show professionalism, Houston. You need to keep your emotions out of your chases. How many people have died in high-speed chases in Houston over the years? It's a job. It's nothing personal. Those people that are fleeing from you, they don't know you. They're not doing this because they hate you and they want to piss you off. They're doing it because they're either breaking the law, or in the case of Carnaby, they had classified documentation that nobody had a right to get their hands on. I don't care what level of the police department you were on. If you're not cleared, you don't have the clearance, no. I'd have done the same thing. If I'd have been him, if I didn't have a flare to throw in on to activate the cameras, I'd have driven that damn thing off into the channel, and you wouldn't have gotten any of it. He did his duty. That was what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to ensure that that classified material did not fall into anybody's hands. Just think, if people had known back then that there was hard intelligence of somebody trying to smuggle in a nuke into the port of Houston, can you imagine the national panic that would have caused? No. I salute you, Mr. Carnaby. I really do. I salute the CIA. And that's a hard call for me to go on. You trained him well, and he was doing his job. He was a professional. And I guess that's about all I have to say about that video. I had to make this because of all the misinterpretations that are being posted now due to the short video clips they have of the incident. Like I said, I remember when I was able to see the news footage from the camera. He wasn't hiding under his damn dash. No. He was trying to secure documentation. And there's no way you can mistake that for a gun. So this is what it all boils down to. They were high-strung. They were all wigged out because they'd been on a high-speed chase. And their emotions were so raw that the first provocation that they perceived in their mind, they shot him dead. Now, he laid in the street for either 12 or 22 minutes. And you, Houston police, you're supposed to be professionals. You should have put a compression pack. Even if you had to use your finger to stop the bleeding, you should have done it. You can't get anything from a dead witness or a dead defendant, can you? In this case, he was not a defendant. He was a guardian of our country. So, another fine black eye you've given yourself, Houston. I just didn't do the comment way back then because I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time. Now I do, so it's different. I'm so sorry for the family's loss. You gotta understand, people, before you go dogging the man. He had classified material. When you have classified material, there are procedures you have to follow. He was following them. And traffic ticket or not, no. See, they weren't going to just give him a traffic ticket and let him go.